Somebody turn that shit down.
It's kind of a little problematic on why we're playing this, isn't it?
I didn't realize how much treble that song had.
It's
holy
a
shit.
little bit. You got to lead in the very last album of the greatest rock band of all time, right?
I think so. I don't know. I didn't make the rule.
I don't know. I didn't either. But yeah, it's a great day unless you're a rock musician. In which case, it might have been a really bad day across the board.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people died on this date.
Zappa died. A band died. Rorbison played a song and then died. Listen to all this joy.
Say Whitney Houston?
No, I thought it was
Whitney. Or was that just a crack
I was
arrest?
expecting everybody under those names to basically be like people that have died, and I saw Whitney's name. I was like, oh, shit. But it said 2002, so she had to still be alive.
Yeah, I don't remember when she was found in the bathtub. 5, 6?
Like 5 or 6 years ago?
Oh, I don't know. Is that soon?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Hey, by the way, we have Krista back on the show.
Hey.
There she is.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. She's our resident expert. And I say that reasonably because she is the resident expert, because Brandon and I, we don't know shit.
Hey.
You know, when the whole pandemic stuff hit, yeah, she was the one that's like, yeah, let's get Krista on, because at least she's like a bio engineer or something like that.
No.
Manipulating RNA and DNA.
Just a biochemist, not a bioengineer.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. So yeah, she's making a bunch of weaponized stuff for the base, I'm sure.
Hey, lucky you. Right on.
I wish.
Confirm nor deny.
Exactly.
Contributing.
Krista is on. It's been 5 months, I think.
Yes,
I want to say.
Yeah, it has. Wow.
Easily. Yeah, July, I think.
Jeez.
Maybe June or July.
I don't think I realized it had been that long.
It's been a while.
And on top of that, we also have Lady Cassandra joining us, which is Krista's sister. And for a visit.
Expert.
Which is actually a clever way of saying, yeah, she's from England, actually, or lives there at times.
I lived there for a minute.
Yeah.
Now I'm back in the States.
All right. Anyway, this is the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast. Get together on Fridays, talk about all kinds of nonsense, generally having to do with Mead, Metal, and MMA. How are things going for this week, Brandon?
I'm fucking exhausted, man. Tired.
Peddling that dope?
Well, they pay me so well to do it.
Yeah.
And I got to do it. And today was delivery day.
Which Brandon works for the uninitiated at a medical dispensary, and it's fine. It's all on the up and up. And matter of fact, according to federal legislation today, it may very well be in the up and up for the rest of the country before long.
Yeah. Have they finally put in that bill for
Bill cleared the House.
Oh,
Cleared the
shit.
House today.
Ooh, that's good news.
I'd had somebody in the that's actually very, very much in the legal profession say, "Did you see this?" No, I did not.
Well,
Let me
I mean,
do some research.
I remembered they were doing it, but I didn't remember the actual date. So that's great news.
Yeah. So then it's got to move on to the Senate, and then it's got to get a president of some kind to sign it. I don't know if we figured that out yet.
I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I
It's
think
done.
if you're still at an impasse at this point in the year, you got to revert to Bush, the war criminal.
Oh wow.
So.
Wow. God, yeah, the options don't get any better. You better go back.
We've been screwed since Slick Willie, man.
Ooh.
Yeah. Speaking of Trump supporters, so the two of you, no.
Hit the music.
Yeah, not to get political here or anything of that nature, but anyway, it's good to get Krista and Cassandra on. So we're only missing one sister then.
Hold on, if I could.
Which is great because
Hold
we
on.
didn't have the mics for hers.
I was telling a story.
Oh,
Thank
yes,
you very
that's
much.
right. That's right.
Jesus.
Carry on, sir. Carry on.
See, now I don't even want to say it. If you guys don't care, I don't care.
Okay, well, I thought you were delivering wheat today.
I was. Thank you for mentioning that.
Okay.
And now we can talk a little more about it.
Oh, okay.
No, I
He's
just
not venal at all. Not at all.
don't be using them big words. Come on now.
It's a 5-letter word, you shitbird.
Hey.
And that's like an 8-letter word.
If it doesn't sound like it could be on a fast food menu list, it's a made-up word or it's a smart word.
Well, I'll try not to. I'll try to dumb it down a little.
Put a
for you.
Mick in front of it next time, and I'll comprehend it.
Mr. McVenal over here. Like I ordered that at a McDonald's in Italy once.
There you go. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Did you use the drive-through window?
Yeah, but it was only on the other. It was on the wrong side.
So basically, I had like 7 fucking deliveries today across various points of this beautiful county of ours.
Yeah, because there's no limited delivery area. So those of you living in Albuquerque, if you want to hit this man up,
No, if you have a PvP, you have to order from that one.
so you might have to drive to Tucumcari at some point.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because there's no one up there. No, I wouldn't. I don't think so. Because there's got to be one closer than that.
Oh, what about Kenna? You'd have to drive to Kenna.
Now, Kenna, I'd probably have to drive to. But thankfully, I'd probably just drive there to get, like, murdered or raped or something.
Well, that's what Kenna's there for, right? That's
I guess that in a post office.
banjos and chainsaws all over.
Banjos, chainsaws, post office, and a vending machine.
I'm
and
sold.
A church.
I'm
and
sold.
a church.
Yeah.
Got to have a
Oh,
church.
of course.
The old Kenna Church of Christ.
Well, shocking there's not a real estate agent there, right?
The land's valuable up there, sir. Quite valuable.
It's gold. You ain't no kind of man if you ain't got no kind of land.
What about you, man?
Me, my day, it was actually all right. I found out today is the final Friday I'm working in the calendar year 2020.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Well, because I saved all my personal days for the ass end of the year. Because who's going to take their time off during a pandemic? You know.
God, you even camel hoard your fucking personal days
I
off.
am the Green Wizard.
Shit.
So yeah,
Amazing talent.
yep. Got next week off, and I got the Friday after that one off, and then the Friday after that one's when we get a visit from the Jolly Fat Man.
Ooh, I'm here right now, bro.
There we go. The man in red
Well, I'm the man with red.
with the red. Okay.
But I ain't bringing presents.
No, your presence is enough.
Aww.
Now we can begin the
There
show.
we go. All right. So anyway, let's get right into it. Mead side of it, the update is not going to be much different than we had 2 weeks ago. We're still in the same spot, and I'm actually looking around for to kind of sublet out our label making process, and I'm thinking Kinko's is the way to
Right?
go.
That's a good call. I haven't researched it at all,
Yeah.
but
Now, having said that, those are just aspirations right now. There's no factual basis
they're
behind it.
dreams.
Right. So we're working on that. Other than that, we still have the Green Man batch going, which we need to move to a carboy at some point. We have the Troublemaker batch going, which needs to get thrown into some cobalt here pretty soon. We have the Long Ships batch, which is still in the barrel. I need to make another vanilla batch just to add to it, top that off.
It's great to always just have long ships around.
And we're into December, so that means we have 2-year-old Holly King that still has no labels on it because we're lazy.
It's 2 years old.
Which means it's amazing.
Should be. I've never tried 2-year-old
Although-
mead before.
Did we actually do labels for that and just didn't? Because I remember then we went back to revamp it and put the word reserve on it a year ago.
I think, I don't know, we kind of took a little bit of time to get it, and then the Rona happened.
Yeah,
I think we were foiled.
we're not the only ones. Which, speaking of which, so they're talking about the only way this is going to ever clear itself up is for everybody to get vaccinated, or at least 75% of the population, from what I understand. Vaccine comes out. Brandon, you on board getting one right away?
I don't know. I'd kind of like to see how it goes. Like, wait a couple months. I mean, we've been balls deep in this since, what, March, April?
Yeah, March.
And I feel like my defenses have been pretty good so far. I mean, I get tested every month just because, not for any particular reason. And unless my job tells me I should probably go get tested.
Get
then,
off
you
on
know,
cold Q-tips up the nose, right?
there you go. Go get it done. But I was already a germaphobe before all this began.
Right.
All this time has done is made life for me outside even better because people have to stay away from me.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's great.
Cassandra, you getting a vaccine as soon as it comes out?
Hell yeah, front of the line.
Okay. Krista?
I'm so tired of this. I would be down, but I actually checked where I sit. According to New York Times, I will be 133 millionth in line.
Oh, there's a thing for that?
Yes.
Where is that at?
I'll have to send you the link after the show.
Well, I will. I'm
Okay,
going to
Google
search
it.
for
He's
it.
Googling. He's Googling
Yeah,
now.
so I thought that was fat, but it asks you a few questions and it tells you where you sit. So yeah, I'm behind about a third of Americans here.
Wow.
So
I got a phone call from the VA earlier this week asking if I was up for getting a vaccine. I said, sure. I've been a pincushion for this government since I was in my teens.
right.
Like, why is this one any different? You know,
It's not.
whenever I encounter veterans, they're like, "No, I ain't getting this, bro." It's like, we got everything else. You might as well. I mean, I think you get a completion award. You know, like you're 100% complete.
All the vaccines ever.
Yeah. So anyway, we're I don't know, and I guess England already went with the Pfizer one, which apparently is not the best one.
No.
Moderna is the one you want, right?
I think that's the one. That's not the one that has to be super frozen, right?
Yeah, that's the Pfizer one.
The Pfizer
Okay.
one has to be -70 degrees.
Yeah, that's insane. I don't even know how that's feasible. They have special geo-tracked boxes to keep them in.
Wow.
And they've already sent some out, from my understanding.
Okay.
In case the FDA approves it, ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I understand they were going to try to give it to the Brits and put it in toothpaste, but then they went, well, that's not going to work.
I'm 23 millionth in line.
Oh, good man.
There
Good man.
you go. Heck
So
yeah.
it pays to be a little fat, right?
Bet my dumb ass is probably in the thousands.
Yeah, New Mexico, I'd be 127,000th in line, so that's good. Gets smaller.
Now at the ass end of the
And
population.
in Roosevelt County, I'm only behind 1,100 other people. I'll just cut in front of my grandmother, call it good.
Yeah. But go busting through line, knocking the elderly down. Like, come on. Okay. Quality of life, bro.
All right, Kevin, I'm going to see where the fuck you land.
This is going to be scary. Because I bet it's single digits in Roosevelt County.
Do you have COVID-related health risks?
If I'm getting treatment for RA, I do, but I haven't been on treatment since February.
Immunocompromised condition?
Yes.
Well, I can argue, but yeah.
That's a yes. Well, you'll just be a little bit behind me.
Oh, behind you.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's great. Since
'Cause
I'm
I'm
younger, I get to go first in front of
I'm
you.
a paragon of health, though. So
That's true. I'm a beacon of just not being healthy.
actually, you don't want to really be a low number anyway, because that means there's some shit wrong with you, right?
Yeah, like if you put 90 and you got cancer, then you're probably third in line.
If you're still around, anyway.
If you're still around, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. He's still getting assholes that are running around. It's like, come on, man, look at the fatality rate, no worse than the flu. Yeah, but I don't remember the flu like freaking everybody out and trying to avoid everybody and trying to wear masks everywhere. And
Well, the flu's not filling up the hospital beds.
Yeah, there's
COVID
that.
is. That's
Yeah.
the problem. Is it's filling up the hospitals, and then if you break your leg or you have a heart attack, there's not a bed for you anymore.
friend of
That's the
mine,
problem.
well, business associate, her mother had to get air flighted out of here, and they were going to send her to Lubbock, and they went, no, we don't have no room. They're going to send her Amarillo, and they said, nope, we don't have any room. They had to fly her to Albuquerque.
Wow.
And they rarely do that.
Yeah.
I
That's
know.
like last resort.
Of
Right.
course.
Yeah, and I mean, it took so long. And then they thought that she just wasn't going to make it because it took so long to find out where to send her, you know?
Oh,
Damn.
that's awful.
I'd have sent her out to the Baca County, that clinic. Yeah, that's
Oh, jeez.
There you go.
Fort Sumner at its best. Healthcare at its finest.
It's like a 2-star, right? 2-star resort.
Something like that. It's two of something. It's on the way to Albuquerque. That's what that
There
is.
you go. That was good.
All right, let's see. We do have a segment, and I know Krista is aware, but Cassandra, first time on the show. We do send it off to our metal correspondent in the field, one LJ Ruiz, who kind of gets us the update of what's going on and metal for the new releases for the week and whatnot, and his observations on the music industry in general. Brandon, shall we go with the get the lowdown from Lowdown himself, LJ?
Let's do that.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the metal portion of the Mead, Metal, and MMA podcast. Wow, been working on that announcer voice. It's paying off. So this is going to be a pretty short list because I meant to do it yesterday, but they didn't have any of the songs uploaded. And today I realized that I kind of had shit to do. So anyways, I'm going to be as concise as possible and not half-ass it like I usually do. So let's get on with the metal. First album on the list, and I gotta lead with this one, in case everything else sucks. Diamond Head. The album is called Lightning to the Nations 2020. Now, I love it whenever bands go back and revisit and redo their material, because sometimes they can make it sound epically better, and I don't know how many bands have actually done that. But anyways, this is what it says in the description of the album. Reimagined, re-recorded, and reborn in 2020. Diamond Head's forthcoming 40-year celebration of their genre-defining debut album is a scintillating shot of fresh metal energy. With Lightning to the Nations 2020, listeners experience not only the rare phenomenon of crisp, fresh, and new-sounding songs with very little of the obvious original elements altered, they will also be treated to free cover versions. Wow. Recently, I listened to a cover that Diamond Head did of a Metallica song, believe it or not. And that Metallica song was No Remorse. And I gotta say that it blew my freaking mind to hear them playing a Metallica song after years of Metallica playing songs by Diamond Head, like The Prince. I don't know why that was the first one to come to mind, but the most popular being Am I Evil? So dude, go check it out. seriously, go out and get this because I think it's epic from what I've heard so far. You will not be disappointed unless you suck. I mean, unless you have really bad taste. Yeah, I said it. Whatever. Next on the list is Dream Theater. The album is called Distant Memories, live in London, DVD and CD combo. Or DVD and CD, I'm not sure. I love Dream Theater. They make my brain hurt. So, yeah, it's pretty cool to know that they have something out that's live. I want to see how they do live. I haven't actually watched a full show of theirs. So that's going to be cool. Check it out. By the way, I should also point out that those 2 releases were last week's releases. So you should, just catching you up because I figured that it would only be nice to do this whenever we skip a week. So, yeah, there you go. You're getting caught up. Next on this list, coming out this week. Sorry about that. If I confused you. Ad Infinitum, Chapter 1 Revisited. Yeah, this is pretty fucking heavy, and I think you'll like it. Oh yeah, you will. Next on the list is Sculptor. The album is called Untold Secrets. It's pretty heavy, kind of slow. I wouldn't exactly classify it as doomy, but it might be. That's a genre that I am not familiar with. But I like what I hear, and I love heavy. So there you go. Pick it up and enjoy. And that's all for today on the metal release. If it was something that you were looking forward to, I'm sorry if I skipped over it or missed it. But, yeah, that's what I get for putting this off for last. But I promise, we will come back and we will have a lot more stuff. Shows, I see a lot of bands that are planning July shows for next year. So that's something to look forward to. I don't know if they're still going to do a bubble thing or how long this is going to last. Metallica is supposed to be, quote-unquote, seriously working on a new album. Same with Iron Maiden. As you all know, AC/DC put out put out their new album called Power Up. I listened to it, and I got to say, I'm pretty impressed. They put it out a couple weeks ago, and I'm barely covering it now. It's AC/DC, and with a cherry on top. I have to say, though, that there are some songs on there. I don't even know if I've talked about the album. Demon Fire is my favorite song off the album because it's so different the way he talks in the song. And then it goes into his, yeah! kind of shit. I'm gonna have to lower the volume of that shit before Brandon and Kevin kick my ass. Alright, guys. That's it for this week. Hopefully I talked your ear off and entertained you a little bit. And that's it for this week, and we'll see you next week. Or next week after next week. See ya. Bye.
And there we go. That's the segment for this week, as we are now up to date on all the new releases and things of note that you should be paying attention to.
I wonder if he's working on Fridays.
That guy's been a little bummed out, kind of, for a guy that's perpetually happy.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I'm, like, not perpetually happy, but I'm just, like, constantly pleased.
That's the weird thing. You're the happiest cocksucker I know now.
Really? Oh, dude, you need to make some friends, bro.
You've seen my friends.
That's true. Well, I'm one of them, so yeah, you're absolutely right. Never mind, you're good. You're fine.
All right, let's get to the medals. What you said it was a busy day, shit that happened on this date in history.
Yeah, okay, well, I really just outside of those deaths.
So Led Zeppelin broke up this date in 1980.
Yeah.
Because
2
John
months
Bonham
after
had
Bonham passed. And Zappa died.
Right.
And then Roy Orbison played a couple beats and then had a heart attack 2 days later and died.
Didn't that guy have a good run, though?
I don't know. He wasn't, like, super fucking old.
Yeah, but he wasn't exactly young.
I'd say he's probably in the game for 20 plus.
I think if you hit 50, you're good, right?
Jeez.
My bar's a little lower. That's a good run. That's a good run. If you're a musician, shit, you ought to get a gold medal over 40.
I mean, that's valid.
That's very true. And if you're a grunge alternative rock musician, you make it out of your 20s, and you're doing great.
Absolutely.
If you saw Y2K and heroin didn't claim your life, you did all right.
Jeez.
Actually, and by the way, in this day was Scott Weiland died.
Scott Weiland died on this day?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Wampler put it out, the pedal company. Now, were they off by a day, maybe? I don't know.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Okay.
Close enough. I didn't
Which makes
realize
it even
was
more.
yesterday, yeah.
Which makes it even more prescient that I was fucking playing Velvet Revolver shit yesterday.
How weird. And we were doing it because we were talking shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, it's 5 years. So if you saw, Lane Staley saw Y2K. He probably didn't remember saying it before he died.
Yeah. Did that guy even leave his house after 98?
Yeah, because he did that Mad Season stuff.
Yeah.
And then he became a hermit.
So we can put all this on Mike Steele, right? And we're good to go?
Mike Starr.
Mike Starr? Mike Steele, that's the football guy.
No, I don't. No, it's fame. It's fame for young, angry white dudes. It kills them pretty hard sometimes.
Mike Starr didn't bring him the heroin that killed him?
I don't know about that. That was...
I know he's the last one to see him, though.
He was the last one to see him, but I don't know if that part is true.
Right.
If it was, Mike Starr would not be on Sean Kinney's fucking bass drum head.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, because you get people that are like really hung up on the original lineup of Alice in Chains, and it's like, come on, man. I really like the new incarnation. As a matter of fact, they had that one for the what was it, the Go Pop Museum or whatever the fuck it is.
Mopop
Mopop
Museum of Pop Culture.
Yeah.
Like that.
In the Pacific Northwest. They had that one back on Tuesday. Now you watched the thing in its entirety, right?
I did.
I caught the headlines and I thought it was all right.
It was cool. Well, that and I played basically what I thought were the best covers of the night for you. That and one that I thought was kind of half-assed, which that was Metallica's. Yeah.
Lazy assholes.
The Road Warriors became really lazy.
But they're doing it like as a parody at the end of it, and they kind of laughed it off. It's like, come on, assholes, play the whole song.
I think that was Hatfield making that joke about them winning the Mopar Auto Parts Band of the Year award.
Nothing like diminishing a band that's trying to really help do a fundraiser for a museum, right?
He's recovering, okay?
Jeez. Yeah,
so you leave him alone.
Got out of rehab, what, 4 months ago?
I think so.
Something like that. Well, then you got Kirk Hammett, who looked like fucking that guy. I don't know what's going on.
Well, fuck it, man. He lives in Hawaii. Why own a shirt?
Wearing a weird straw hat like he's some kind of weird Shaolin master.
Hawaii life.
That'll do it, wouldn't it? The guy's not from Hawaii, by the way. Southern California. He's a SoCal.
Yeah, but his ethnicity has always confused me.
I think,
as in, I still don't know what it is.
No. I think he's look it up. I think he's old lesbian, right? That's what he looks like to me. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
My goodness.
You
I'm
should
trying to go on face value.
You should have seen him in the mid-'90s.
Oh, back when before that really settled in gray.
When they cut their hair.
Oh yeah, as everybody did in the '90s. It's like, oh, that long hair business, it's out.
God, they ate a lot of shit for that too. Everybody gave Metallica shit for cutting their hair.
Interesting.
It happened to every band. Look at Rush when they put out Grace Under Pressure. I think that was the one. Pretty sure, but I mean that's when they'd cut their hair off and everybody gave them a bunch of shit.
Goodness.
Well, because people don't like to adapt. You change anything and people are immediately angry. So
Absolutely.
Oh, his mom was Filipino. Dad was English, German, Scottish, and Irish.
Okay.
That would explain the heavy 80s and 90s drinking.
So his dad was basically the convolution of the peace treaty of World War II, right?
Yeah.
So,
And Mama was just out of the Philippines.
right?
That explains the olive skin and the very strange voice.
A little bit. Yeah.
Can't
You don't want that guy to sing, that's for sure.
No, you don't.
Matter of fact, anymore, you almost don't want him to play guitar.
He can do what he wants. He's been doing enough. He can do what he wants. But I agree. He relies on a wah pedal way too much.
Way too much. That Mopop thing, I was stunned when you'd said the Korn was the best act in it. And I'll be damned if you weren't right.
Yeah, I mean, there were some, like, that was the best band performance. They made it their own. It sounded like a Korn song.
Right.
Which, I if you're going to cover a band, wouldn't you agree that it'd be nicer to put your own spin on it a little bit?
Absolutely.
Than
That's
just,
the whole point.
Just do it like it sounds like. It just got to do it a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my call up from ABBA, to...
But that Rain When I Die cover I played for you.
Is that the Corey Taylor one? No.
No. He did fucking Man of the Box and totally ruined it.
Right.
Because, no harmonies.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a good harmony. And Alice in Chains is a band of harmonies, and there were none. Instead, you get Dave Navarro diddling on a guitar like a dummy.
Well, that's the one thing. It's almost like you could almost call it like the weird 2000s rejects, right? Yeah. Like Dave Navarro. You had Corey Taylor. You had, who was the drummer?
Taylor Hawkins. He's the drummer from Foo Fighters. He's doing just fine.
Right. He's all right. But, yeah, the other two was like, ooh.
I love Navarro. I love Corey Taylor, too.
Oh.
I've been a sucker
really?
for Navarro since I was in middle school, and I saw him shirtless in Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And now he's on Ink Master. Now he's running that.
Well, the Red Hot
TV.
Chili Peppers. That's where they cut corners. None of them would wear shirts, so they didn't have to. That wasn't on the rider or anything, So
He was in Jane's Addiction when they did that Jane Says Live.
Right.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
and that's what he's based his entire career as a guitar player on.
That and being almost as pretty as a woman.
He's got
He's
some effeminate features.
He's
Yes,
a
Pretty man.
beautiful man.
that's why when Krista said, "Yeah, I kind of had a thing for him," I was like, "Of course you did, of course."
I was like, all right, well, that's shockingly odd.
Yes. Wow.
Was it the eyeliner that did it for?
All right, what else we got for the metal side this week?
Let's see. After that fucking Kirk Hammett tangent, let's see what we got here. Gore's making rye whiskey. I might try that out.
Gwar? I had a friend of mine who's in the Marines with it pointed that out to me as well. He's like, I'm probably going to need to take this with a detergent, won't I? I said, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm going to see if it's as dirty as the band itself. Evanescence has a new song out called Yeah Right.
Well, yeah, no, Amy Lee, actually, they've been a little active.
Hey,
Really?
I tried to convince her to call herself Amy Barajas, but she wanted to keep her name in the marriage, and she didn't want me to wear a ring. She wants to keep it real low-key.
So you're Brandon Lee now.
Yeah. Ooh.
This is not going to end well.
Maybe that's
I've
only
seen
for
the crow. I've seen the crow, goddammit.
Maybe that's just for the first one. The second Brandon Lee, we're good. He was around before I was. They got a new album coming out. First one in like 9 fucking years.
Because they dropped a single back over the summer, right?
It wasn't a single from this album though. That song might be on the new album, but this is a single from the announced album.
Okay.
So I'm sure those other songs will probably be on
She
it.
still looks good. She looks like she ought to be doing Type O covers from what we saw last night.
She is beautiful.
Apparently, ladies that cover Type O music, there are certain qualities that you can pick out immediately. First of all of them have jet black hair.
Pale
All of 'em-
porcelain skin.
All of them have very straight hair that's at least mid-back. All of them have crazy eye makeup, like green or blue or whatever. And
Usually matching the corset they're wearing.
yeah, usually a corset. Yeah,
This is describing Krista like 10 years ago.
Oh, stop.
I rip 10.
We're gonna send you home with a typo negative CD, and you tell us what you think.
All right, that's it for the metal side. Here's the problem: is now that we get into the MMA side, which is usually one of my more favorite, topics here on the show. That fight card tomorrow is nothing but burning dog shit.
Garbage. I mean, I know every fight card is good. It's good at some point, but if you're just asking on what we've seen and what we've seen been taken away from us, I'm ready to they should just take the rest fucking year off.
I'm prepared for it to be great, and that is the number of finishes to where we're both blown away, and then I have to eat a bunch of crow here in 2 weeks when we do the show again.
Yeah, we always do that shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, literally, that entire I recognize 2 fighters off the prelims. I think three fighters off the prelims. I think 3 off the main card. The hell is that?
That's what happens.
And
but
let's-
hey, Jimmy Glick, bro. Jimmy Glick,
Flick,
bro.
Flick.
Jimmy
Flick.
Flick. Oh, I
He's
was
that-
saying Jiminy Glick.
He's this dummy from Tulsa that Brandon became an immediate fan of.
I think
because
he's smarter than Bryce Mitchell.
I don't know. He might be the dumbest guy I've ever seen fight.
Well, that O's got to go.
That was his thing. He was fighting a guy who was undefeated, and that was his whole thing.
And he was undefeated as well.
He said over and over and over again, that O's got to go.
Yeah, somebody's O's got to go. And then it was the other guy's O.
Yeah. Which, so you can tell where my rooting interest is for tomorrow, right?
I'm going Jimmy. Jimmy's going to
Oh,
come
I'm-
out there and
I'm,
smarten up.
No, I think he's going to get the Jimmy leg. I'm against him. I'm against it.
Oh,
I'm
you're against the dummy. Of
course.
Come on, sir.
I'm against all dummies, really, if we're being elitist about it. Yeah.
Who wins the fight, Jimmy Flick or Bryce Mitchell?
Bryce Mitchell.
Via
I'd be a fucking something wacky like a twister.
a reverse twister?
Maybe I don't know, some kind of a weird bulldog choke we've never seen. Maybe the Boston crab. I don't know.
Pro wrestling move. Be a via pro wrestling
Yeah,
move.
something. But anyway, is there anything on that fight card that you're even mildly
Dude, I don't even have it
interested
pulled
in?
up. I don't care.
When you're
I'll watch it.
Yeah. When the lead event is Jack Hermanson. He's the main event. A guy who barely was like even topping out prelim cards a year and a half ago.
Right. I agree. I mean, but the Rona has done this to us.
Well,
this is the Rona's fault.
we also, and keep in mind too, is that they have to deal with a really shitty fight card because they got the pay-per-view coming up a week from Saturday, and they have really what might be the best event in the last quarter of the year on the 19th.
So basically, here's a rundown of what happened. It was supposed to be Darren Till and Jack Hermanson, that main event.
Right.
So that was always the plan. Jack Hermanson in the main event.
Darren Till, the white gorilla is what he calls himself, right?
Yes, but then he hurt himself talking shit about Mike Perry on the internet.
Right.
And
Pulled a muscle talking shit.
got pulled. And then it was Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
Then Kevin Holland got the Rona.
Now, Holland they've already moved him down to the 19th, right?
Kevin Holland ain't fighting, bro, at all. He is pulled off that card.
Okay.
He has not been announced for another one. Oh, wait, nope, take that back.
Yeah.
Big old fat liar.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I wasn't going to say it, but
So
yeah.
he's fighting a week later at the pay-per-view.
Oh, so it is the pay-per-view. Okay. I knew
Yeah.
he was fighting on one of the
Fighting
other
Jacare. I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know about that. Should. I know.
Greg
I need to get
Jacare
better
out
at my
of,
job.
What he should be retirement, but it's not.
Hey, I will not let you do that.
Pardon?
I don't know.
Oh, Jacare.
I was trying to defend him, but even as I was doing it, I was like, this is wrong. Let's see. What else has changed? Guy by the name of John Allen Arte and Roman Dalzi.
You talking? Is this like some early prelim that starts at like 3 a.m. that I'm not aware of?
It's just another fight that was supposed to happen there that isn't.
Ah.
Another one, Cody Stamen and a Marab Divalishvili. Whatever.
Very good.
Thank you. I don't know. Old Marab D
Yeah.
supposed to fight.
Clearly the top of the fight game here.
Yeah, fell through. Let's see. There's like 6 fights that have been pulled on this card and 3 fights that have been pulled from other fight cards to put on this card.
Wow.
It's the Frankenstein's monster of MMA right now.
They're really just trying to get enough on there to really be able to call it an event, right?
Yep.
Honestly, the only thing I care about MMA-wise is Jeff Neal's fighting his first main event.
That's right, on the 19th. And a lot of you might be like, Jeff Neal, that guy doesn't deserve it. Yes, he does.
Damn right he does. He gonna come in and kill this guy?
Got to see that guy flat murder somebody down in Austin here a couple of years ago.
That Contender Series, man, churning out killers.
I was coming back with a handful of shitty beers and almost missed it.
That's why you always go the frozen margarita, bro.
I learned that. Modelo, until they change up their beer sponsor, I'm not. No. Modelo is not a slamming beer at a live event thing.
No, it's not.
No.
But you can sit there and nurse a boot filled with margarita frozen goodness.
As
And
only you
maybe-
can do at UT, right?
Well, you know, that and yeah. And it was pretty good. It was like $20 though.
Yeah. No, you're not getting off cheap if you're going to drink once you get there. You got to pregame right, which means
That's
you got to
right.
bring a flask, Of course, then you got to lose the flask before you get there, so you got to make sure it's made out of hemp or something that,
Or like cookies so you can eat it.
Cookies, yes. A cookie flask. God damn, we're onto something.
Hey, we need to get out of this mead business and start making
Cookie flask.
secret flasks. Make it out of pepperoni.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
One out of potatoes.
Do you say one out of pepperoni? That's disgusting.
Like pepperoni.
Hey, but what if
Pepperoni
you-
flavored whiskey.
Oof. No. I don't.
I think you guys just need to start thinking outside the box. That's all.
Okay then.
You know, hey, life is more than just normal stuff.
That should be a motto.
I was about to say that's a T-shirt
Wow,
right there.
beautiful.
Life is more than normal stuff. Good man.
Well, I mean, I don't have anything else,
I
man.
got nothing.
And we
We got a couple of guests we need to party with. And
Yeah,
entertain
that's
and
true.
Stuff.
You ladies have anything to add?
I don't think so.
No.
Sorry, we don't have. I'm
I-
not
I
an
don't-
MMA.
I know it's
Yeah.
great. Like we have them on here, and it's just like a podcast that it's nothing. I'm trying to think. No, we've never had anybody on that like dug all 3 things hard. Do we need to retool this thing?
No.
No, we're good.
No, you guys stick with what you love.
Yeah.
Thank you.
get the niche
Yeah.
from
Thank
all
you, Krista.
three. You get
Yeah, stick
listeners
with what
from
you
all
love.
three.
I think we evolve it into everything except for mead, metal, and MMA.
That is true. There have been times we just talk for an hour about none of those things.
Like a full hour podcast about, bologna sandwiches or something. All
Well, let's get to our picks then, shall we?
right, picks of the week.
What are we drinking? I'm drinking beer.
I'm slamming Budweiser's today to a degree.
Krista, Cassandra, what are y'all drinking?
I got vodka OJ.
Of course you do.
Hey-o.
Of course you do.
Vodka lemonade.
Say that.
A little vodka going on around here.
Little Schwarzker.
Little tater juice.
I can't get around that shit. Turns me into a monster.
I was getting ready to say bullshit. I saw you drink like 2/5 here just a couple months ago.
Yeah, I know. It turns me. Well,
And you were mad, right?
I turned me into a monster.
Interesting.
Oh,
But
he,
you're okay on whiskey?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't drink whiskey the way he does vodka.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was drinking because I got this cucumber melon infused Smirnoff, so it's not flavored. Thank you.
Well, that tells
Thank
me
you.
all I need to know.
Put it right there next to your Leidenkugel summer shandies. But it tasted. It didn't have. It wasn't sweet. It just had that essence. Like you put a cucumber and lime in there, and I drank the whole bottle.
It was like a summer breeze.
With a little bit of water. A little bit of water, because I was trying to watch my caloric intake.
Yes, I like it.
And last I recall, it was working pretty well.
Yeah, we both went on a diet at the same time.
Oh, did you keto too?
No, I just cut out beer.
Okay, that's smart.
Yeah, it worked.
And
Worked
that,
out
and
quite well.
It worked for like a week, so it's not bad.
Okay.
Well, that's because then I started working at PvP, and I was now I'm like up moving again. I'm like, I'm gonna go back to drinking beer.
Yeah,
Still losing though. I'm on my feet all the time. There was no time to sit.
one of us was firmly on the wagon 35 damn days.
Yeah.
Well, good for
Hey, the
you.
fact I made
Yeah.
it, I think I made it 10 days.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I take it back. I was giving him shit for basically falling right off the wagon. But, yeah, I think he got double digits, I think, and that was it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't really deserve much. But, hey, that's all right.
I rarely do.
So, let's see. What else are we up to? What are you listening to this time around?
The entire Deftones Ohms album of the year.
Now, I've been jamming that pretty regular.
That's the album release of 2020 right there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Well, what's going to come close?
Should have been Paul Bear.
Should have been, but that album's not great, man.
No, it's not on my list.
Don't you dare get on Twitter and say it sucks or they could have done better, because then people will come out of the woodwork wanting to know what your album is. Like, I don't need to have an album to let
So
you
what?
know.
We can't criticize shit anymore unless we're part of the profession?
That
Apparently.
doesn't make any sense.
Apparently.
What fun is it to talk shit then?
All right.
Like, all right, fine. Just be like, yeah, you're there and you're a band and you put out music. Good for you.
I get a weird feeling a lot of these people on Twitter probably wouldn't say some shit to me like if we were face to face.
No.
Well, you put the fear of God in old people, for crying out loud.
Well, they fucking have it coming. So
Yeah, true. Very true.
let's see, and then let's move along to fights. I don't know. Is there anything worth a shit? Oh, we didn't even talk about Tyson.
Tyson and
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones. Any relation?
In relation, you guys related to Roy Jones Jr.? Tyson clearly won that, right?
Clearly. He was in better shape. Roy Jones Jr. looked pretty doughy
Yeah.
for being just retired 2 years, where Tyson was retired for 15.
Unsurprisingly, they call it a draw.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, that's how that was
I
going
didn't
down.
even watch it. Was
Yeah.
it worth it?
It was all.
Enjoy it?
We watched the last 4.5 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
It was just cool to see Mike Tyson box.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's really what it was all about.
Yeah, his movement's still great. He still throws with power, and he's in his 50s. I mean,
Bobbing and weaving like he's 20 years
wild.
old.
Yeah. Roy Jones, not so much.
Those
So.
reflexes must be strong with him.
I don't know. Well, actually, he gave credit to marijuana because he was high when he
Interesting.
fought and high right after.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Well, you can get
Okay.
baked for an exhibition,
Well, yeah, and if it's an exhibition, that means there ain't no testing. So,
Yeah.
you know.
which
do whatever
which
the heck you
tells
want.
me that maybe it wasn't just marijuana, bro.
Little PEDs in there.
Why not? It's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap her up. It's a little shorter podcast this week, about
Yeah, it's
35,
fine.
40 minutes.
People
whatever.
got shit to do.
Yeah, we do. And other people, too, sure.
Yeah, that's why we
have a
don't need to
little,
take up any more of anybody's time. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Sympathy there. All right. Okay, well, that's going to do it for us this time around. We'll pick it up again probably 2 weeks, I think. And then that'll be the last one of 2020, I think, unless we're wanting to rock something for a New Year's Eve, which sounds terrible.
No, I plan on doing that day correct.
Yeah, I don't plan to know my name after about sunset.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I put my age down as 39 on that thing, and I was lying. I'm 38 still.
Good thing.
On the COVID, when I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, that means you're fucking number like 8,000 in the county.
Yeah, now I'm like, oh, I'm now 50 millionth in line just because
Yeah.
I lied by a month.
Yeah, good.
Shit.
All right. I'd like to thank Lady Cassandra and Krista both joining us here on the show.
Indeed,
this
thank you
time
very much.
around.
Thank you for having us.
Krista, we're going to get you back on again because your nonsense is right up there with ours. So
Yes, I I always enjoy it.
Cassandra, thanks for putting up with the three of us.
Indeed. Indeed.
All right. That's going to do it for us. We'll see you assholes again in about 2 weeks, and we'll get right back at it again. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy the fights if you can.
If you must.
And we'll see you for the last fight card of the year coming up on Friday the 18th. Bye.